Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Bradford Dillman, Robert Hogan, special guest star William Conrad. Tonight's episode, Requiem for a Son.
$94, $96, $98, $100,000.
I'm coming. Hello.
Hello, Frank. Hal Jones.
Oh, Hal, how are you?
I've got a problem.
Yeah, what's wrong?
Look, we're buddies, right? In the same business. I need some professional advice.
Where are you?
In a phone booth. Look, I've got myself into one hell of a jam trying to help out a client. May I talk to you in confidence?
Shoot.
Not over the phone. You know, I'm only a few minutes away.
Well, look, I just put a spinach souffle in the oven. Why don't you come up here and share it with me, huh?
I'll be right up.
Okay.
Thanks, Frank.
that you?
Who's this?
Well, this is Frank Kenner. Who am I talking to?
This is Hal's father, Mr. Cannon. Hal's dead. He was killed last night.
Oh, Mr. Jones, give me a minute, will you?
Why were you calling?
Well, Hal called me last night.
What time?
Oh, I guess it was about 11:45. From a payphone, he said that he was in some kind of trouble.
What kind?
He didn't say. He just said he wanted to talk to me, and I told him to come on up to my place. He said he'd be right over.
I'll be right over.
No, wait a minute. Hold on. Are the police there?
They're here.
Then why don't we meet at Hal's office before they get there?
I'm on my way.
All right.
She's going to rest now. How are you feeling?
Angry. Betty, listen to me. I've got to go out for a while. Mrs. Brenner will be here with you. I'll be back soon.
Oh, please. Yes.
Keep the press away from her.
Barnaby Jones.
Frank Cannon.
I'd like to offer my condolences.
Thanks.
Hal was a close friend.
I don't have to tell you how he valued your friendship. What did he say to you last night?
Oh, not much more than what I told you, that he'd gotten himself into trouble trying to help a client.
Client?
Yeah, and he wanted to talk to me in confidence.
Did he say where he was?
Just a few minutes away, he said.
Griffith Park. He was shot down in the phone booth he was calling you from. Place is like an old friend. And there are not many of them left. 4 years ago, when I retired, I calculated I had lived exactly half my life out of this office. Hal used to love this place. He used to come here as a boy, worked his way through USC, used to study here at night. Right in there at my desk, sometimes right in here. Oh, I used to give him some help now and then. Chemistry, clinical psychology, forensic medicine, criminology. Those are my specialties, you know.
I know.
When I turned the business over to Hal, he didn't change a thing.
Barnaby, I'd like your permission to take on this case. I'd consider it a personal score to find the man who killed your son.
That's very generous of you, Cannon, but this is something for me to do. Here's another old friend. Only had to use it once in 28 years.
Look, Barnaby, I'm going to be blunt with you. You have been in retirement for 4 years now. You said that yourself.
Yes, but the old reflex is still sharp as a colt's. You ever work with horses, Cannon?
Only the $10 window don't remind me of it. What about Hal's wife? I suppose she's going to be needing your help now.
Yes, I thought of that. But the more I think of Betty, the more resolved I am to get this man myself. Cannon, you may be the best in the business, but I did all right for myself for 28 years, and Hal was my son.
Okay.
Which isn't to say that I might not need your help.
What case was Hal working on, do you know?
No, I doubt if we'll find out here. He was as uncomplicated as I was. Carried everything in his head.
Evidently, he went to a party night before last Thursday. Somebody by the name of Terry.
Terry McCormick.
Terry McCormick. That's the lawyer who's running for Congress, huh?
Hal did some work for him a couple of years ago on an industrial espionage case. McCormick has kept him on retainer ever since.
Ever heard of a girl by the name of Karen Armsby?
No, what's this?
Yesterday's newspaper. Says there that she worked on McCormick's staff.
So, on behalf of my campaign co-workers and myself, I'd like to say that we're deeply gratified to learn that we've moved ahead in the polls.
Let me ask a question, Mr. McCormick. Some commentators attribute your surging popularity to your free spending campaign style.
Well, Mr. Russell, let me say this. I have contributed considerable resources of my own to this campaign, but I believe that my exposure has not communicated my personal means to the voters as much as it has my spirit of commitment. I think that should do it, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you very much. See you all in Washington, I hope.
Mr. McCormick.
I'm sorry, I have a heavy schedule this afternoon.
I'm Hal Jones' father.
Please, come into my office. I don't want to be disturbed. All right?
That will be all for today, ladies and gentlemen. Most of your questions will be answered in this press release, so please take one on your way out.
I only heard the news on my car radio as I was driving in. I can't tell you how shocked I was. All of us who knew Hal felt so strongly.
Everyone liked him. Almost everyone. I don't want to take too much of your time, Mr. McCormick.
Don't you worry about my time, sir. Here, please, come sit down. And tell me if there's anything at all that I can do for you.
Yes? Yes, you might be able to help me a great deal. You see, I'm investigating Hal's murder. When was the last time you saw Hal?
Well, as a matter of fact, he came to a party at my house in Malibu last Thursday night.
Really? Big party?
I don't suppose there were more than 25 or 30 people. It started out as a get-together for some of the members of my campaign staff, and it just grew. It's fortunate that my wife and children are in Aspen visiting her parents.
Was he alone?
Hal? Yes. But you're asking me, was he working for me? Well, the answer is yes again, but I don't understand because it was just campaign security.
Were you having problems?
No, not at all. I invited Hal simply to meet the other members of my staff.
I wonder if it would be possible for me to have a list of the other guests who attended the party?
Certainly. I'll have my secretary make out a list for you this afternoon.
Well, here's my card, in case you want to get in touch with me for any reason. And thank you very much for your time, Mr. McCormick.
Please call me Terry, sir.
If you stop calling me sir. I forgot to offer my condolences to you on the death of the young lady who was working for you. Karen Armsby. Well, good luck on your campaign.
I think then we better check at what time we're supposed to be at the station. Would you let me know?
Okay, Terry.
How'd you know it was me?
You have a rather distinctive silhouette. I talked to Terry McCormick today. He said Hal was at the party, but that's all. Here's a list of the other people. Karen Armsby was there, too. He played it close to his vest about her. Awful close.
Two people at the same party, both now dead. One murdered, the other suicide. 1 day apart.
Can you make a connection?
What, do you question the suicide?
I question everything. Of course, the medical examiner's report is pretty conclusive. She swallowed a whole bottle of barbiturates. That could kill her in 15 minutes.
Yeah, it must have been some lousy party. And a long ride home for her, too.
That's what bothers me. Who took her home? Or did she drive herself?
I think I'm gonna check her place out. You got anything else?
Just the ballistics report on Hal. Slug from a .38.
How did you happen to find her at 10 o'clock in the morning?
I was returning her keys.
What key?
The car keys. Her car had been in the shop for a week. They just brought it back. The driver left the keys with me. I always put things away for Karen. She said I was like a mother to her.
And somebody else drove her Thursday night, huh?
I don't know if it was one of them. She had lots of beaux. I didn't see her Thursday night.
Can I keep these for a little while?
Don't know what good they're going to do her now. With all that attention, why do you think she did it?
Yes. All right, I'll take it. Hello?
I could have killed you today. That was just a warning, Mr. Candidate.
Who is this?
Where were you last night? We had a date, remember? At the Griffith Park Observatory? You think I was kidding or something? I kid you not. You need a little push, maybe. Like next time I try your side of the windshield. I got something better. I've got Karen's suicide note right here in my hand.
What are you talking about?
Oh, it's a real Valentine. Like how you were going to divorce your wife and marry her. But you lied. I'd be glad to give you a copy. I had several made up this morning for the newspapers. But I'm keeping the original just for you.
What do you want?
You've got a very short memory. The same as before, 100,000 in 20s. Have the money ready and be at your phone at 11 tonight.
Was that... He's not coming back.
I know, honey. I know.
It's what I've been afraid of for years. He always said, "Oh, honey, they don't shoot people like me. The worst I'll ever get is a traffic ticket or a punch in the face."
I know. I used to say the same thing myself.
Oh, I have got to do something. Let me fix you a cup of coffee.
I guess I could do with a glass of milk.
Good.
Betty, I've been thinking, why don't you come out to the ranch for a few days? Been kind of lonely for me out there.
Well, I guess we're both gonna need someone to take care of us.
Or someone to take care of.
I know. Let me think about it.
Well, while you're thinking, I'm going to make you a promise. I promise that I'm going to get the man that killed Hal.
The same thing will happen to you.
No, he wasn't prepared for it. I am. It makes all the difference.
I can't stop you. Hal was the same way.
Have you any idea what he was up to? I didn't think so. What about that party he went to Thursday night?
Terry McCormick's?
Did he say anything about it?
No. He acted strange the next morning.
Strange?
Oh, moody. Like something was on his mind. We were going to the ball game in the afternoon, and he forgot all about it when Terry called.
Terry called him Friday?
Yes. I know they met in Hal's office that afternoon.
Did he say where he was going Friday night?
Same thing he always said. I'm going to meet a client.
I'll get it. Hello?
Well, I'm glad I reached you.
What about?
I think I have something which may help in your search.
I'm listening.
Can you come to my house? It's Rocky Point Cove, Pacific Coast Highway.
I'll be there. Betty, I have to go out for a while.
Oh, where?
I'm going to meet a client. What a view you got there. Makes me think of China. All that water and nothing else between China and us. There she lies, a sleeping giant. Let her sleep. For when she wakes, she will shake the world. You know who said that?
John Foster Dulles?
Napoleon Bonaparte.
Ah. Here.
Oh, no, thank you. What's your opinion?
Of Napoleon?
The Chinese.
Are you asking me as a politician or as myself?
Aren't they one and the same? Well, the point I'm about to make is about the Chinese. Some of our politicians seem to have learned a lesson from them. You never know whether they mean what they say. One truth concealing another.
Jones, I'd like to hire you.
Why don't you start by telling me everything you can that'll help me catch my son's killer?
Hal was killed by the same man who's blackmailing me.
And you weren't entirely truthful with me this morning.
No.
Why?
The blackmailer took a shot at me this noon in the garage of my office building.
And you saw the man?
No, I didn't. I ducked, naturally anticipating another shot, which never came. And by the time I looked up, he'd gone.
You think he's trying to kill you?
No. It was a warning shot. Because he called me at my office early this afternoon to threaten me again. Unless I come up with more money.
How much money does he want?
Another $100,000.
Another 100,000? Tell me, Mr. McCormick, why are you being blackmailed?
I'm a married man, Jones. The past few months, I've been having an affair with Karen Armsby.
Karen? Oh, yes, that's the young lady that...
Yes, that's the one. And she was here on Thursday night. In fact, this is where she killed herself.
Well, the newspaper said that her body was found in her apartment.
It was, because Hal and I took it there. You see, I discovered her body about midnight, lying in my bedroom. I couldn't believe it. She was lying there with that empty pill bottle beside her. Anyway, I went out, I locked the door, I went and told Hal. We waited for the guests to leave, which was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And then we took Karen and the pill bottle back to her place.
Could I, trouble you for a glass of milk? I see you're a sailor, too.
Understand me, Jones. Hal didn't want to do it. In fact, I'm ashamed to say I had to lie to him. I told him that I'd never had an affair with Karen, that she was simply a lovesick political groupie with a history of emotional problems, which is true, and that her suicide in this house would wreck my career, wreck my marriage. It would make it look as if we really had been having an affair and that I'd tried to reject her, which was also true. Anyway, that's why Hal finally decided to help me. Because he trusted me and because he believed in my political future.
You mean you brought the girl all the way out here to reject her?
No, she came with an actor friend. I'm not sure which. The place was full of Hollywood types that night.
Well, wouldn't the person that brought her have stayed to take her home?
I don't know. People were coming and going all evening.
How did all this get Hal killed?
Well, we didn't know it at the time, but obviously someone must have seen Karen's body in my bedroom before I did. Either that or they saw us carry her out. Anyway, I received this at noon on Friday. It's a demand for $100,000 to be delivered to the parking lot of the Griffith Park Observatory at midnight.
So you hired Hal to go after the blackmailer?
No, he was only supposed to deliver the money.
But you think he tried to catch the man?
But why else would the man have killed him?
Where's your car?
It's parked in the lower driveway. It lodged in the passenger headrest.
Mind if I hang on to this a while?
Not at all. What are you going to do with it?
I'm not entirely sure right now. Have you any idea who this man is?
No, he told me simply to expect his call at 11 tonight.
So you want me to do what you think Hal was trying to do?
Yes, I want you to catch this man. He's Hal's killer. You said you were out to get him, and neither one of us wants the police to do this job for us.
McCormick, I don't want you to think that I approve of your morals. In fact, I wouldn't even vote for you. But if you can help me catch my son's killer, I'll be happy to oblige.
How can you eat those things?
I can eat anything, as long as I can wash it down with a glass of cold milk. You know, I can believe the suicide part of Terry's story. I can even believe Hal's part in it. He was always fiercely loyal to his clients. But I just can't see him going as far as helping to pay off a blackmailer.
Maybe he didn't.
What do you mean?
Maybe that's why he called me that night. Maybe he'd gotten himself into something he didn't like and he couldn't go through with it.
But why kill him?
Well, maybe he saw the blackmailer, like Terry said, and he was going to try to take him. Or maybe the blackmailer thought that Hal was calling the police.
Maybe a lot of things. We could sit here and whine and maybe ourselves to death. But I'm taking that phone call with Terry tonight at 11 o'clock. I'm interested in finding out who's going to be on the other end of that line. Party guests?
Yeah, a couple of them. A couple of Karen's other boyfriends. See, it's Reed and Marshall. Their names on the party list. Reed Carpenter and Marshall Eaton. They're both actors. Their addresses are on the backs of the pictures.
Oh, we don't have much time. Why don't you take one and I'll take the other?
Okay. You know, Barnaby, I would love to thank you for this wonderful lunch, but but I just don't have it in me.
Sure, I was there, but I didn't take Karen. I mean, I took somebody.
What about Karen?
This is a friend of Hal Jones, Donna.
How do you do?
What's he asking you about Karen for?
Oh, come on. He's talking to everybody who was at McCormick's party.
Some coincidence you take me to a party where she's at.
I didn't even know she was going to be there. Reed took her.
Reed Carpenter?
Yeah.
She didn't care any more about Reed than I do. She probably conned him into taking her because it was McCormick's party. She was freaky for McCormick.
I don't imagine that pleased Reed too much, huh?
Pleased him. They had an argument that night. Reed walked out.
Who took her home?
Oh, she always found somebody.
The girl is dead, Donna.
Well, I know how that breaks your heart, lover.
Well, Mr. Eaton, perhaps you better go back and finish your shower. Thank you.
Mr. Carpenter?
Yeah?
I thought I recognized you. You know I watch your show every week.
Well, it's not the greatest part in town, but at least it's a running role.
I think you're pretty good. I really do. And I'm tough on those cop shows. You see, I'm sort of one myself.
Cop?
Private. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
About what?
Hal Jones. I'm his dad.
But he was just...
That's what I'm trying to find out about, asking some of the people who saw him last, like that party Thursday night.
Oh, McCormick's party. Yeah, I was there. Not for very long, though.
You remember seeing Hal?
Yeah, I saw him.
Remember anything else about him?
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't remember much. You see, I didn't stay too long.
You left early?
The girl I took wanted to stay a little longer.
Oh, yes, that's right. Miss Armsby. You must have been terribly shocked.
I was. And I wasn't.
How do you mean?
Well, I knew she was headed for trouble. I just didn't know it happened that fast.
You mean you knew she was going to kill herself?
Oh, no.
Oh, another man.
You better believe it.
Somebody that was there that night?
The host.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that rumor myself. Here, have a mint. They're good. Well, say, since you left early, I guess you wouldn't know how she got home.
What does my leaving early have to do with Hal Jones?
You're absolutely right, Mr. Carpenter. Not a thing.
Unless what?
You think there could be a connection?
Listen, Dad, why do you keep bugging me with your questions?
Because your answers get better and better. As your manners get worse and worse.
This is my floor. Any more questions?
I think you've answered them, Sonny. I'll tell you this, that Reed Carpenter is a real hothead. He hates questions about Thursday night almost as much as he hates Terry McCormick's guts.
Marshal Eaton said about the same thing. Evidently, Reed and Karen had a fight about Terry, and he left the party early.
And could have come back later to take her home. Found the body.
That's a great setup for blackmail, but murder? Nah.
Look at this. Terry McCormick insists that the man who fired at him is the same man who killed Hal. This is a blow-up of the bullet that killed Hal. See the striations? Barrel markings along the side. Now this is a slug that I dug out of McCormick's car today.
Let me see the other one.
You see the markings are entirely different.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, this is from a .38, but someone else's .38.
Sounds like we're looking for two men. A blackmailer and a murderer. We're going to a blackmailing. I want to see those two men meet.
Well, Reed Carpenter is just a guess.
Educated guess. Come on, my friend. I'll hold Terry's hand. You see where Carpenter leads you.
Okay.
Hello?
Go down the Harbor Freeway, across the Signal Street overpass to the first dirt road. Drive down to the tanks at the railroad tracks. Be there at midnight, alone. When you see another car flash its lights, turn off yours. Get out of your car. Leave the bag halfway between the two cars and walk away. Stand with your back turned until you hear a car drive away. If you turn, you'll be shot. And this time I won't try to miss.
Well, it doesn't leave us much time. Where's the money? You carry it.
What do you need me for?
If we're gonna catch this man tonight, you better be there. If he sees me, he'll know it's a phony setup. And don't worry, you'll have plenty of protection. I'll be in the vicinity.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Isn't that why you hired me? I know exactly what I'm doing. Let me out around the turn up there. You go on ahead.
Get down there.
No, Frank, this is my war party.
Those men are probably both armed.
I know.
Stop right there. Put it down. Get moving and stay in the light. Keep your back turned.
Just don't move. Well, Mr. Carpenter, I thought you only played roles of redeeming social virtue. Get up. Hold out your hand.
Are you willing to wreck an entire career for a lousy $100 grand?
Oh, no. The gentleman feels that you have a lot more at stake than he does.
Well, it's almost worth it to see him suffer.
Your life in jail?
My life?
That's the usual sentence for murder.
What are you talking about?
Hal Jones. You killed him Friday night when you made the blackmail drop.
Nobody made any drop. He never showed up. I waited up there for 2 hours.
Well, now, that's an interesting story, isn't it, McCormick? Might even be some truth in it.
What do you mean?
You thought that the only other person who knew about Karen's death was Hal. When the first blackmail note came, you thought he sent it. When you sent Hal to deliver the money that night, you followed him. When he didn't go to Griffith Park Observatory, you thought he was delivering the money to himself and you shot him.
And tried to frame me.
You made the frame up a lot easier, Mr. Carpenter, by running around firing wild warning shots.
Jones, what are you talking about? You're supposed to be working for me.
That's right. You hired me to catch your blackmailer and my son's killer. Why, that's almost a direct quote. And by golly, I think I got the both of you.
I should have known you were too old to think straight when I heard you rambling on about China and Napoleon. Where's the proof?
You're looking right at it, right here.
What?
This little old bag full of money. Just like the other night when Hal took it out with him. You see, I know this is Hal's because I gave it to him for his birthday a week ago. And how the hell did you get it back from him after he was murdered? Unless you were there.
Zip up the back. Bring it to the car. I didn't want this to happen. Believe me, Jones. Any more than I wanted to kill Hal.
Drop it. Or I'll kill you where you stand.
Let it go.
Thanks.
Like your old friend.
Glad I didn't have to use it again. Frank!
Barnaby.
Glad you could make it.
Thank you. How does it feel to be back in harness, an old war horse like you?
Well, it's a funny thing. Life was so good. Retirement, perfect health, nice ranch.
Yeah?
There was something missing.
And now you know, huh?
My work. And God help me that this is the way I must rediscover it. Through the death of my son.
Come on.
I used to be pretty good, you know.
Pretty good. The best in the business.
Oh, wait a minute. That's my line for you.
Ah, come on.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Janice Rule, Darlene Carr, Victoria Shaw, special guest star William Shatner. Tonight's episode, To Catch a Dead Man.
Going to Catalina.
Now? Tonight?
I told you yesterday that it was.
I didn't know that you meant definitely. I thought of maybe having dinner at the club on Saturday.
I'll be back Monday. I'll call you ship to shore.
All right. Bye, darling. Have fun.
Evening, Mr. Carlisle. Scotch? Going out tonight?
Catalina.
Oh, funny. I never been to Catalina. I mean, there it is, just 34 miles away, but I never been there. Been to Hong Kong on a package tour once, but I never been to Catalina.
Is there a Mr. Carlisle here?
Yes, that's me.
Telephone.
Thank you. Hello?
Hello, Mr. Carlisle. Mike. You told me to call at 8 sharp.
That's right. Meet me at the boat, will you, Mike?
Yeah, sure. When?
Right now.
And don't tell anyone. Don't let anyone see you either.
Okay. Hey, why all the spy stuff, Mr. Carlisle?
I'll tell you when I see you. Bye.
Bye.
Hi, Mr. Carlisle.
Oh, hello, George. Working late?
Always. A sailor's a beast of burden. A regular jackass.
Except when he's sailing.
No one saw me. I came by digging. What's the deal?
Deal is you take the boat to Catalina. I'll fly over tomorrow and meet you.
I get it. Your wife still.
Yes, you get it. That's right. Some people on my tail. We'll come back together on the boat Monday. Have fun.
You too.
lost my boyfriend, Mr. Jones. It sounds silly like that, doesn't it? Lost my boyfriend. I sound like some hysterical high school girl.
No, not at all. A human being is a very important thing to lose. Did you go to the police?
Well, no. I've debated all week what to do.
Here's your milk, Barnaby. And it was 1 sugar and a little cream, Miss Barton.
Thank you. Please call me Julie.
Julie? Oh, and you forgot this on my desk.
Oh, yes. This has been kind of upsetting.
Mrs. Jones.
Oh, that's my daughter-in-law.
Dash secretary. It's Betty. He's certainly very attractive.
Yes. And if he only had a little more sense. I mean, was more practical.
You were going to tell me why you couldn't go to the police about your Mike Hartney.
Well, I guess I'd better start at the beginning. Or what's important. Well, what's important is that Mike has really disappeared. Usually I wouldn't worry about that so much because Mike is gone a lot. He crews on boats sometimes. Ensenada, Transpac race, like that. And he's out of the country more than he is in. But this is different. He isn't crewing on any boat now because he always tells me.
About the police was the question.
Well, this time I know why he's hiding. That check. A bad check for $600.
I don't understand. That's hardly a sterling characteristic, passing bad paper.
No, of course it isn't. Even if he had a good reason. It's the only time he's done anything like that. And he thought sure he'd cover it. But when he couldn't, he just disappeared. Completely. But what he didn't know is that just out of the blue, my mom and dad sent me $500 for my birthday. And, well, I covered it just in time.
That still doesn't clear him of passing it.
No, it certainly doesn't.
Excuse me. Most detectives send their lab work out, I guess. Sorry about the interruption. You were saying?
I'm botching this all up. I'm making Mike sound so terrible. You must think... Well, he's not that way at all.
You really care about this, Mike?
That's pretty obvious, isn't it?
And you think maybe he's gone for good this time?
Well, if somebody doesn't find him, to tell him I covered the check, I do.
What's his address? Is this it?
You will help, then?
I'll look into it for you.
Oh, thank you.
Now, I guess I better get started. That is, if you're finished with your coffee.
Oh, yes, I have. Well, thanks for everything. I feel so much better now. I just know you'll find Mike.
Well, let's hope so.
Bye, Julie. We'll be in touch. Since when do we take cases like this, huh?
Where would you send her?
On the Carlisle death, the Coast Guard has called off its search for millionaire sportsman Philip Carlisle. The body, they say, will probably never be found due to strong currents and evidence of blue shark in the area. And now back to Rock Time.
Fred A. Williams. I think my checks might be ready.
Oh, yes, Mr. Williams. Happy to meet you, sir. One moment, please.
Mr. Williams, I'm Eugene Adams, manager of the bank.
Oh, how do you do?
It's always a pleasure to meet one of our friends who banks by mail. Arizona, isn't it?
Yuma. Hey! Meet Fred A. Williams from Yuma, Arizona.
Howdy, Freddie. I'm Diana Stewart from Los Angeles.
Oh, I'm pleased to meet you.
Oh, darling, I don't know whether I like this naked face look or not. I don't know which is sexy.
What fun finding out, huh? Oh, what a feeling. I'm Fred Williams, a whole new man. I get another shot at it. Hey, little doggy, why aren't we drinking? Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, honey, just a second. Look what I got for you.
Oh, darling. How beautiful.
Now we're Indians, living off the land.
Oh, rich, 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 rich Indians. I love it.
Oh, that's heaven.
And then what?
And then we relax, we goof off, we fish, we make love.
Do you have any trouble with the passport?
No trouble whatsoever. I got them from the same friendly neighborhood passport supplier that sold us all our other IDs.
Good. How's old Dorsey?
Oh, my darling, my wife of 20 years has done nothing in the past 10 except grow older and colder, which is why we're here, right? You know, the one thing I wish I'd be around to see is the look on her father's face next month when he tries to figure out what happened to the trustee account I handled for him. And on Dorsey's, when she realizes how I milked all our assets.
Oh, but passports. Passports, passports. When do we get to use them? That's what I want to find out.
That's when. When everything dies down, we'll snuggle in here for 3 or 4 months, out of sight. We'll get used to being Mr. and Mrs. Fred A. Williams. That's our breath. Man, I feel 10 years younger already.
Hey! Hey! I get another shot at it!
Mike Hartney, of course I know him. He and my husband were old drinking buddies. Mike had a little talent too, you know. Painting.
Did Mike actually work for your husband?
Oh, the Mikes of this world don't actually work, Mr. Jones. He did odd jobs. Oh, that's fine, Roger. Phil always loved wine, fruit, cheese. I tried to have anything he wanted. Some dessert, Mr. Jones, some fruit or cheese.
No, thank you, Miss Carlyle. I've had my dinner. That's a tricky little gadget, isn't it?
Oh, Phil loved gadgets. Expensive gadgets, expensive cars, expensive boats. Look what it got him. Oh, I beg your pardon, Mr. Jones. You came about Mike Hartney. I'm sorry I couldn't see you earlier today.
Oh, that's all right, Miss Carlyle. Seems that Mike's been missing for the last 9 days.
Oh, he's always disappearing.
On those sailing races, you mean?
Yes, Acapulco, Mazatlan, the islands. And if he isn't doing that, then he's up on Cloud 9, wherever that is, with that sexy girlfriend of his.
Miss Barton? No, he's not with Miss Barton. And he's not on any sailing race either, I checked.
Who is Miss Barton?
Julie Barton.
I don't know any Julie. No, I was speaking of Diane. Diane Stewart is the love of Mike's life.
Oh. Well, that's not exactly the way I understood it. Diane Stewart, you say, is that with an E-W or a U-A? Or would you know?
E.W. Frankly, she's a knockout. I can understand how Mike feels.
Do you happen to know where Miss Stewart lives?
Chatham Apartments. I don't know if she's still there. I seem to remember something about a modeling assignment. The Bahamas or the West Indies. Oh, I don't know, Mr. Jones.
Chatham Apartments?
Yes, below the strip on Doheny. We dropped her off there a couple of times when the four of us were out together. We were quite a foursome once. Phil and me and Mike and Diane.
Hey, you know what? The Greek islands look great. Remote, but not too remote. And Athens is a real city.
Forget Athens.
Mr. Abercrombie, we were just expecting Mr. Fitch.
Look, I've always wanted a trout fish, especially with flies.
I know who sold you that idea. It was my...
Go on, say it. Say it. Will you, Diane, will you say it? Say Mike sold you on trout fishing. Look, we've got nothing to be afraid of. We're brand new. We're Mr. and Mrs. Fred Williams, and nobody knows any different.
More like Mr. and Mrs. Fred Hermit, if you ask me.
You don't get caught doing nothing. You get caught doing something. That's why we're going to do nothing. And I, for one, intend to make the best of it.
Well, at least, could I send for Cotton? Oh, come on, what's the matter with my having my pussycat with me? I miss her more than I miss people.
Forget Cotton. We buy ourselves that villa, we'll have a dozen cats.
It's nobody like Cotton.
You'll get her someday.
It's just, I mean, that's it, but it's not quite it. It's just still too dark. Now, I'm sorry, but I just cannot stand for it to be that way. Please don't argue with me, because I know what I want. That's not it. That's not the color I want. It's still too dark.
I beg your pardon, but is this or was this Diane Stewart's apartment?
I don't know, Diane somebody. Her lease ran out and I took over. I'm Billy Thompson.
How do you do?
Hi.
Do you know where Diane went?
Nope, I don't know. I haven't the faintest idea. I wish I did, because I don't know if she wants all that junk she left out there or not. Say, you can help us. Come here. Is this robin's egg blue?
I know it is.
I'm asking him. Well?
I'd say powder blue.
See?
See what? Powder blue is closer to a robin's egg blue than your sky blue.
Oh, I can see it in my mind, but I can't explain it. Come on, get some yellow in that. I think that'll do it. Yeah, yellow.
Oh, Miss Stewart, yes. She's been bringing her pets here for years. She recommends us very highly. In fact, her lovely Persian, Cotton. Does Cotton know you? Well, he's staying with us right now. You have a little animal friend, too?
No. You see, it's very important that I talk to Miss Stewart. Looks like a job for her. I'm with Central Talent, Doctor. Would you have her new address?
Oh, I'm sorry. No. Our client's addresses are as confidential as a pet's personal diet. Excuse me, just 1 minute. It's a new spaniel. He's a little homesick.
Afternoon.
Hi. My grandfather will be back in half an hour. You need a trout fishing license.
That's the best idea I heard all day, son, but it's gonna have to wait. I'm looking for a relative of mine. I wonder if maybe you might have seen her around here lately.
Who? What's her name?
Her name's Diane Stewart.
Miss Stewart. That name doesn't ring any bells. But I sure know her.
That's who I'm looking for.
That's Mrs. Williams. Mrs. Fred A. Williams. They took the Bentley house up by the lake.
Mrs. Fred A. Williams.
I could retire if I could just get Mrs. Williams' makeup concession.
Her name is Mrs. Williams.
Yeah. She buys it all. Shampoo, powder. Bought every jar of Nocturnal Miracle Massage. The last tube of Angel Drops. She asks us for stuff I don't even know what it's for.
You know where Mrs. Williams lives?
Sure.
It's good practice to catch a bushfish once in a while. Any luck?
No, not yet.
Well, you know, I think that you are clutching the rod too tight. Huh? You got to keep your wrist loose, relax, take it easy. Your thumb should go right in line with the rod here.
Mm-hmm.
Then center it on a target. Try it again.
Hey, that's pretty
You see?
good, yeah.
One thing you got to remember about fly casting, you're casting the line, not the fly.
What can I do for you? I'm Fred Williams. That's my cabin up there. Can I help you?
Oh, I didn't mean to trespass, Mr. Williams. I just saw you down here, and What a beautiful spot.
Yes, it is, isn't it? You just looking around or what?
Oh, I'm Barnaby Jones. I'm looking for a man named Hartney. Michael Hartney.
Michael Hartney. Oh, no.
Well, actually, I think maybe your wife may have heard of him. Do you suppose I could talk to her for a moment?
Sure. She's up there somewhere. Dan! You ask her anything you want.
Yes, darling?
This is Barnaby Jones. He's looking for a friend of yours, Mr. Mike's something.
Mike Hartney. How do you do, Mrs. Williams?
Mike?
Yes, from Los Angeles. He is a friend of yours, isn't he?
Yeah, sort of. Why?
What do you want him for?
Well, he thinks that he's in a real bad bind about a check, but actually he isn't. When's the last time you saw him, Miss Williams?
Gee, I don't know. A long time ago. A couple months.
And since then, you've been making preparations for the wedding and not seeing many people. That's very understandable. What a fine place for a honeymoon.
How'd you know we just got married? Does it show?
Well, Mike's friend described you as Miss Stewart, that's all. Or maybe I should have said Ms., or maybe I still should.
No. We're old-fashioned about a couple of things, and one of them is Mr. and Mrs. You mean you drove up here all the way from L.A. to get my wife's help?
Well, it was important, and I thought I might get in a little fishing. You know, business and pleasure. Here's a beautiful spot. Mr. Williams, relax.
Oh, yeah.
You know, all this expensive equipment you got here ought to make it easy for you. That's a split bamboo pole.
Uh-huh.
First one of those I've seen in a long time. And you got a nice assortment of flies there, too. Mind if I take a look?
Oh, by all means.
Hand-tied.
Yeah, they are.
Here's an interesting one. Is that steelhead?
Yeah, a steelhead and trout.
Did you tie this?
Yes, I did, as a matter of fact.
Funny-looking eyes. How come?
Well, you see what that is? Two beads joined together on a beaded chain, and that's painted.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Yeah, it's based on a Lady Godiva, only I added my own ideas. I painted that. I call it a Lady Diane.
You know, this is very interesting. You learned how to tie flies before you learned how to cast flies. I'm an old-time fisherman, and I never ran across anybody who ever did that before. You're getting it? Right. Well, I guess I've done all I can about Mike up here. Sure do hate to waste this fresh air and unpolluted lake. Say, you wouldn't happen to have some extra tackle I could borrow, would you? I forgot mine.
Yeah, up on the back porch.
Thanks.
Phil, why did you let him hang around?
Fred, can you keep that on your tongue, Fred?
It's all backfired. I didn't mind pretending I was Mike's girl so the three of us could go out together, and it was sweet the way he always left us alone discreetly. It was fun then, but now it's backfired.
Take it easy. The guy's a troubleshooter for the bank, that's all. He's not here to tell Mike he's in the clear. He's looking for Mike because Mike bounced a check, that's all.
Listen, I've got an idea.
What?
Let the old guy prove what an expert he is with all this stuff, and I'll go up to the house and make us drinks, and then I'll dial L.A., and by some weird coincidence, I'll find out where old Mike is, and we'll send the old guy on his way. Then we can relax again and goof off, and whatever that third thing you said was that I kind of like. Would you like something cool to drink?
Yes, thank you. Some milk.
To each his own.
Find what you need?
You got some mighty fine tackle here.
Thank you.
It's mostly ocean tackle, though. I see by your license plates you're from Arizona.
Ryan.
Well, it's a long way from salt water.
Oh, not so far from Yuma. You know, there's the Sea of Cortez, Gulf of California.
Oh, that's right. Down below Nogales there. Big marlin.
Guess what? I called my girlfriend in Beverly Hills. She ran into Mike down at the marina. I mean, she just mentioned it. I didn't even have to tell her you were looking for him.
No!
You see, my girlfriend's boyfriend, he's part of that bunch who put the getaway in dry dock. They're scraping the hull. Mike's working every day.
Well, that's great. I hoped I'd get lucky up here, but I never figured I'd get this lucky. The getaway, you see.
Yeah.
Well, Mr. Williams, I guess I'll have to take a rain check on your tackle there. Sure hate to leave this place. You can bet I'll get back up here as soon as I can.
Have a good trip, Mr. Jones.
Bye. Thanks again. And remember, your thumb points to the target.
Like the vibes I'm getting from that guy, Phil.
Don't care what you're getting. Don't call me Phil again, do you understand? You got rid of him? Relax.
Yeah, what was that crack he made about taking a rain check on the tackle? He'll be back.
Stop being paranoid. Relax. He was just being folksy.
I never did like just plain folk. And incidentally, I don't like rustic cabins and murmuring pines. I've had it.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm packing. I'm all for using those passports right now. Phil, you're hurting me. Stop it.
Okay. Okay. We can check on him. You call the Bel Air house. The late Phil Carlisle's house.
What are you talking about?
And you use a southern accent or whatever. And you tell them that you're Mrs. Barnaby Jones and your husband gave you this number to reach him. And that way we can find out if he's been there.
Sure.
Area code 213-459-1082.
I remember the number I was never allowed to use.
Carlisle residence?
Hello, this is Mrs. Jones. My husband gave me this number for emergencies. Mrs. Barnaby Jones. I wondered if you happen to know his whereabouts.
Mr. Jones isn't expected today, as far as I know. He was here yesterday. Would you like me to see if Mrs. Carlyle is available?
He was there yesterday. Oh, no. No, thank you.
How did Jones know you were here? Dorsey doesn't know about this place.
I haven't the vaguest idea of getting out of here.
People who run get chased. We're safe. Now, who knew you were here?
Nobody.
You mean nobody? Don't you know I can see every wheel in your head clicking?
I didn't.
How did he trace you here?
I didn't tell anybody except
Except?
just in case of emergency, if Cotton got sick, the vet, but just the mailing address.
The cat. How can you be so damn stupid?
I'm not so stupid as to stay here, and you're not going to stop me. Fred!
Diane, honey, just a minute, please, don't. I'm sorry. I know. Nobody stops you when you really mean it. Can they? Honey, please, don't. Honey, don't. Stop that. Honey, I'm sorry. You're sensational when you're like this. You are. I guess it's good for me to be told where to get off now and then, huh?
At least we settled that.
Thank you. Come on.
Barnaby, I checked Marina Del Rey. There just isn't a boat named The Getaway berthed there at all. What next?
Well, I thought I was going to be on my way back home, but now I think I'll hang around up here a little longer, ask a few more questions. Maybe she didn't get the name of the boat straight. Everything else under control?
No problems. Hey, keep me posted, huh?
Bye, honey.
She took 15 6/10, sir. That'll be $6.33. She didn't need any oil. Credit card?
No, cash.
Oh. Say, my grandson, Ray, some of that relative of yours, Mrs. Williams, is a actress. Has she ever done anything on the TV?
Just commercials. She's a model.
Oh.
How much for that?
$6.33. Pretty enough to be one, that's for sure. Most pretty ones like her don't pay so much attention to homemaking, but she sure does.
How do you mean?
Well, the particular way she wants her steaks cut, just so, and extra fancy fruit. She's a goer for that husband of hers, she sure is. Say, what about him anyway? Sticks to himself, don't he?
Does he?
Well, it's been, honeymoon's been 2 weeks or so. He ain't been down here, not even once. Not one soul has laid eyes on him. I'm kind of insulted. Most folks from L.A. or San Francisco think us Tomac natives are real quaint. Back soon now. Safe trip.
Coming. Now, you got to excuse me, Mr. Williams, for using your rain check a lot sooner than I figured.
Well, that's all right, Mr. Jones. What's up?
Well, I guess I just didn't get the information about Mike Hartney exactly right from your wife. So I wonder if it'd be too much of a bother to talk to her for a minute.
Well, she's gone for a walk. Up on the hill, she said.
Oh. Well, it gets cold enough for a coat this time of the evening.
Well, Diane likes cashmere sweaters, cozy.
Looks like somebody's been practicing fly casting in the living room.
Yeah, it looks like it, doesn't it?
I don't want to intrude, but would it be all right if I waited around to see Mrs. Williams when she comes back?
Frankly, Jones, I was going to have some cheese and wine, and then hit the sack for a while until she comes back. This altitude kind of gets you, So unless you want to take the time, have another glass of milk. Why don't you come back tomorrow?
Does it make it taste better when you slice it fancy like that?
As a matter of fact, it does.
Tomorrow, you say. Then I can see the both of you tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay, let's let it stay that way then. In case you run across anybody who might need an office like mine. Oh, sorry, I gave you the wrong one here.
Fingerprints?
Funny you should say that, Mr. Williams. Oop. Oh, I guess it's not so funny after all, Mr. Carlyle.
You follow the trail pretty well. From Bel Air to a cabin in the woods. Outside.
I keep my eyes open. Be amazed at what you can see. Funny little fish and flies made by a man who's missing. Fancy little doodads for cutting up fruit.
Back door.
It's gonna be messy killing me, Mr. Carlyle. People are gonna look for me.
The lake is deep.
Killing Diane was simple. You did kill her, didn't you? But who's gonna worry about her? Her cat? But with me now, lots of people are gonna worry about me. Lots of different people, like the people down at the store. They saw me come up here again. They're gonna think it's awful funny. All right, hands up against the wall. Don't move. Operator, get me the police.
Miss Williams! I got that new hairdo stuff you wanted.
Mighty fine plan, Mr. Carlyle. You just made one mistake. Picking Mike to kill. Mike wasn't as much of a loner as you figured. He did have someone who cared about him.
I loved him.
There'll be others for you to love, Julie.
I guess so.
You're very young.
I feel awfully old.
Ready to walk back?
No, I think I'll stay out here for a while. Don't worry about me. I like to watch the boats coming back.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Gary Lockwood, Corinne Camacho. Tonight's episode, Sunday Doomsday.
Good morning, Betty. How are you on this beautiful... What's wrong?
I don't know. That was on her door when I came in this morning, and this was with it.
In memoriam, Barnaby Jones, who will die Sunday the 4th. It's funny. I feel fine. Never felt better in my life.
That's 3 days from now. What kind of a sick joke is that?
Ooh, forget it. I've gotten crank mail before.
Well, I'm not going to forget about it. I'm going to call Lieutenant Taylor or somebody down in that department if you're not going to, and I'm going to call off the barbecue for tonight.
Look, I'm taking it serious. There's no reason for both of us to panic. We'll have the barbecue at the ranch exactly as planned.
All right. No panic. Barbecue is planned. But are you going to call Lieutenant Taylor or am I?
Well, I think I'll pay him a personal visit. Somebody wants me dead Sunday. Sunday's a rotten day to die.
Your life's darn valuable to me, Barnaby. But not so much I can assign you an around-the-clock bodyguard.
Is that what I asked?
If I were you and you were me, I'd be screaming in your face and pounding a fist for you to get off your duff and protect a civilian like me.
I'm not really worried.
Well, I am. What kind of a mind sends a funeral wreath? A cruel, twisted mind. But that's not enough for us to move on, and you know it.
Who asked you to?
No, you didn't. But what do you want? Later.
list of men I sent up or helped send up. I want you to cross-check that against whoever came out of prison lately, let's say in the last 6 months, and give me a printout on it.
And what about all those names not on this list? The ones who never did any time because their lawyers got them off.
That would make the list too long. I've got to limit it somewhere. A man you sent to prison has got a bone to pick with you. You heard that saying, haven't you, Joe? Work on it, will you?
Okay.
I want to talk to every one of them.
Funeral wreath. What kind of a man thinks like that?
Psychopath, weirdo.
Daddy, not too fast. I'm getting dizzy. Please, I'm afraid.
More?
No, I don't think so.
The faster the better. You love
It's
it.
going too fast. No, please.
She's scared.
No,
She wants
I'm
off.
afraid. Please, please.
Hey, don't tease her like that. She wants off.
Who asked you?
I'm a mother, and I know when a child is scared.
And I don't like people butting in my business. What's it to you anyway, lady?
Listen, mister. I've seen her here before, but I've never seen you. Who are you, anyway?
Ladies, I'm the little tyke's father.
Daddy, I want to go home. I want to go home.
Just one more thing, babe.
Hey, you can't do that.
Daddy, you're funny.
Race you to the car?
Okay.
Go on.
Oh, you're so late, you two. I was worried, and it's nasty outside. Did you have a good time?
Daddy played a joke on a lady.
Well, you're going to have to hurry. We're late for the doctor.
Mm.
Oh, come on now. Daddy should have brought you home sooner.
Hey, give Daddy a big kiss, huh?
Thanks for the nice time.
Okay, honey.
I mean it, Howard. I want you to see her, but you're just going to have to bring her home on time. We agreed upon a certain thing, and you have...
Don't you ever criticize me in front of our daughter. You understand, Bonnie? As far as she's concerned, we're supposed to be in love with each other. Understand? So don't you ever criticize me again.
All right, Howard.
Yeah, we had a nice time. She's a great girl.
Yeah. I'm glad. I want you to see her whenever you can.
Hey, look, I appreciate it. I really do. It's going to be a regular thing now. I got a job right here in town, draftsman.
That sounds wonderful.
I learned it while I was in prison. I'm good at it, too.
Well, I'm glad everything's going so well for you.
Hey, you know what? I kind of got a serious girlfriend.
Well, that's very nice.
Yeah, we wrote a lot while I was in, and it's got kind of serious. In fact, I was going to ask you a favor.
What sort of favor?
I want to get her a birthday present. You know, I don't know, she keeps talking about a dress. A nice dress.
Yeah, okay. What size does she wear? What kind?
Just about your size. Hey, she keeps harping about basic black, so why don't you get her a nice black dress, huh?
Sure.
Oh, Bonnie. Here's some money for the dress. And just maybe you could put that in with it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Your money's no good, Danny. Put it away. Give the gentleman another drink. We'll be at the table. Your money never was any good, Danny.
Another milk, too?
Maybe later.
My money wasn't that bad. Passed for 7 months before anybody hollered queer.
How was it in the slammer this time, Danny?
You meet old friends. What's on your mind, Jones?
You working, Danny?
No, Barnaby, I'm not. But it's a funny thing. I don't have to check with you or my parole officer. My parole was over the 17th of last month.
Congratulations.
So?
Do you want to knock me over, Danny?
You? It's not a bad idea. But it's no way to make a buck.
How do you figure to make a buck?
I'm moving to Hawaii. I'm getting married. My new wife has a steady job there. Look for yourself. 2 tickets, L.A., Hawaii. One way. Leaving Saturday, see? You satisfied?
Satisfied? Checked out Danny Gernreich, number 7 on the list. Big fat 0, Joe.
Why don't you just hole up out at the ranch and lock your doors until we can find out if this screwball is for real?
I'm a growing boy. I need fresh air. You mean crawl in a hole and pull it in after me? For how long?
We'll have a final printout on the rest of those names maybe tomorrow.
Barnaby, there's a Jonathan Conroy on the line. He says it's personal. We don't have him in the files.
Excuse me, Joe. Barnaby Jones.
This is Jonathan Conroy, Mr. Jones. You remember me from the Newport Ski Club last 4th of July?
Well, I don't exactly recall, but what can I do for you, sir?
Well, I certainly remember you. You and I, knew everything about them guns.
Betty, try to trace this.
You still there, Mr. Jones?
Yes. I was just trying to recall our conversation. I really don't know everything there is to know about guns.
Well, now, I'm fixing to go hunting in a few days, and I just wanted to make sure I took along the right equipment.
What kind of game are you going for?
Well, the animal I'm tracking, Mr. Jones, stands about 7 to 3 inches tall, weighs maybe 180, 85 pounds, and has gray hair. You got any ideas?
Yes. Don't aim that gun at me unless you're hiding behind a rock.
Oh, it'll be face to face, Barnaby. You can count on that.
Listen. Are you still there? Hello? Hello? Any luck?
No, darn it.
Well, I couldn't hold him any longer. Forget it.
He didn't sound familiar to me. A real cutie.
Will you reach your friend?
I reached him. Well, he agrees with you. That's the one. I'll take it. We'll say 20 rounds of high-powered ammunition.
I know you'll find it's everything you require, sir. Sir, I realize the chamber is empty, but a good rule is never point a weapon at anybody. Unless you want to kill him.
You're absolutely right.
Jones. Tamar is too much. Is he a trick horse?
You bet you he's a trick horse. Matter of fact, before I came out of retirement, I taught him quite a few stunts. Because we're probably a little rusty now, but we'll see.
Rusty. If Barnaby isn't fishing when he takes a break, he's out here riding Tamar.
Yeah, it's getting a little dangerous riding in the valley.
Stray Indians, Barnaby?
No, freeways. Well, Tamar, you got an audience here. Step up, folks. Step up a little closer, folks. See Tamar, the one and only. Are you ready? For an encore.
Good boy.
He's a good old boy. Yeah, he's a good old boy.
Betty, your barbecue was delicious.
I'm glad I saw you go off your diet, though.
It's going to take 2 weeks in the gym.
Sorry about that.
Well, got to get rid of it somehow.
I beg your pardon. I have a delivery for a Betty Jones.
Well, that's me. A package? Barnaby, what is this, a surprise?
Not from me, maybe from one of your other admirers.
Yeah, thank you.
Looks nice, whatever it is.
Well, let's see. Hey! It's not my birthday. What is this beautiful dress?
For you to wear at Barnaby Jones' funeral.
You're the last person I expected to see. The last I ever wanted to see. Excuse me if I keep working. I promised this customer.
I don't want to bother you, Mrs. Paget. I want to talk to your husband.
That's a good one. Funny. Funny ha-ha and funny peculiar. I'd laugh, but it's just a little bit too ironic. Well, you can't talk to Marty. So if that's all, goodbye.
It's just for a few minutes. It's important to me, and it might be important to the both of you.
Why all this interest in Marty now? You couldn't care less when you sent him up in '58.
I didn't send him up, Mrs. Paget. He broke the law, and the law sent him up, and you both know that.
What's so important all of a sudden?
Somebody's threatening to kill me.
I hope they do.
It's obvious that it's someone who hates me, and Marty's on that list. Where is he?
In Saltell Cemetery. He was in a hospital ward all last year, and he finally got his hands on a pistol.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Laura, believe me.
Barnaby Jones' office, may I help you?
Yeah, this is George T. Lane speaking, L-A-N-E. Is, Mr. Jones there?
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Lane. Mr. Jones isn't in the office at the moment. Can I take a message?
Well, gee, I do want to reach him right away. It's important. Do you know where I might find him?
I'm sorry, he's due at a meeting at Century Plaza West, and I don't think I'll be able to reach him. He's due out of there about 2:15. Could I have him call you then?
No, I'll call back. I'm not in the office right now. Thanks, goodbye.
Goodbye. This just came special messenger.
No fingerprints. Didn't expect any.
Felt pen you can buy anywhere and no trace on that special messenger either.
You can buy this photographic paper in 1,000 stores in Los Angeles.
This is obviously taken, and you returned the dress. Hey,
What?
you remember I told you the man called, never called back?
Yeah.
Well, that's how he got that when I told him where you were going to be. Let me get that name.
The name is George somebody, except it was Jonathan something when he called from the skeet shooting club. No, names and sound of voices aren't going to help us now.
Barnaby, all this, the wreath, those pictures. Why would anybody?
Go to all that trouble?
Yeah.
He wants me to sweat, pulling the wings off the fly.
You want me to call Joe Taylor?
No, not just yet. Betty, if I asked you to draw a circle on something, what would you use?
Size of these?
Size of those and as perfect as those.
Oh, water glass, bottom of a coffee can, maybe?
No, perfect.
One of those, whatchamacallits the kids use in school.
These weren't drawn by any kids, and those whatchamacallits are a compass or a pair of dividers. Perfect circle. Right on the nose. Now, each one of these prints has a little hole right in the middle of the circle. And these crosshairs he drew in, you could draft plans with those right angles. So who are we up against? What kind of profession would you say we might be dealing with?
An engineer, draftsman, maybe?
They teach drafting in penitentiaries.
A draftsman. A draftsman who's a real cutie.
Roger Gossett, 1940 North Channel Road, Santa Monica. Released from Chino Authority 29 November last year.
Anybody else?
Negative.
Okay, thanks. Roger Gossett, Barnaby. Unless there's somebody convicted on a federal rap and sent out of state, Gossett's got to be your man.
Have you checked the disposition of those sent to federal penitentiaries?
Sure, it's in the works. We should be getting a teletype from Washington any time now. But I'll bet it's Gossett. He's local, he's a draftsman, and he learned it in jail.
Roger, are you too busy to see anybody?
No, Mom, send him in.
Hello, Gossett.
Barnaby Jones? I don't believe it. Hey, it's good to see you, no kidding. How about a cup of coffee?
No, thanks. Good to see you, too. How's it going?
Oh, great. Whole new career. Couldn't be better. Say, what brings you here?
Somebody's trying to kill me. I thought maybe you.
Why should I want to kill you, Mr. Jones? You did me a favor, you know.
I did? How do you figure?
Well, look, when you nabbed me, man, I was dying. I had a habit I was pushing. Now I'm clean, I'm working. I got a future. Besides, I couldn't very well kill you even if I wanted to.
Why not?
You remember the New Year's riots at Chino, don't you? See, I figured if I had to make a trade, losing my mobility, but finding myself, well, that's more than a lot of guys ever get, isn't it? So, like I said, between what you did and getting the education in prison, I gotta figure somebody did me a favor.
I see. Oh, no, that's all right. Listen, thank you for that. Bye.
Thank who for what?
Well, it worked out like this. There were only 2 men sent up on federal charges. Setlin is still in Leavenworth. But in Atlanta.
Howard Lee. Fraud.
No. He was released last week. And he has a trade school qualification in...
Drafting.
Drafting. Production artist, rendering, like that. They said he's an exceptionally fine student.
Did they know where he went on the outside?
No, he served his full sentence, was released. That's all the warden knew. What now?
I can take it from here.
Take it where?
Well, there are plenty of places where I can look for him. Old address, old friends, hangouts. Don't worry about it.
What do you mean, don't worry about it?
Well, you got things to do, and thanks.
For what?
I think you just saved my life.
We still have to get through tomorrow.
Oh, you got any special plans for...
Barnaby.
I'd like you to plan to spend tonight and all day tomorrow at the ranch.
All right. What about you?
Oh, I'll be here. I won't be able to cover all the bases I want anyway. I'm going to ask Joe to let me use a couple of hotlines. I might ask some of the off-duty boys to help me out. I'll be here till I poop out, and when I get sleepy, I'll sack in on the daybed.
I don't like it.
Nobody's asking you to like it.
You sure you'll be all right?
I've done it before.
You will eat something, won't you? Which reminds me, I've got to do some shopping. Cupboards look pretty skimpy after the barbecue.
You can take off any time. Oh, honey, before you go, would you get me Joe? Look. We're better off than we were an hour ago. Before, all we knew was that there was somebody out there wiring a booby trap for me. At least now I know what the booby trap looks like.
Betty Jones, isn't it?
I beg your pardon?
Betty Jones, Hal's wife? I'm Brian Harper.
I'm sorry.
UCLA. I was a friend of Hal's, and you and I met several times after the games. Well, obviously you don't remember.
Forgive me. Brian Harper? How do you do?
Yeah, Hal and I were in the swimming team together, and we were both Sigma Phi's, the literary society. I was in the Bahamas when I heard about Hal. Sorry, Betty.
He's quite a guy.
How's Barnaby?
He's fine.
Well, I met him once.
Oh.
Yeah, after that famous water polo game against Berkeley.
Oh, yes, I remember that one.
Well, give him my regards.
I'll do that.
It's nice to see you again, Betty.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You out of gas?
Out of something, Betty.
Well, listen, there's a gas station a couple blocks down. You want me to give you a lift?
Gee, you sure I'm not putting you out?
No problem. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, thanks.
Well, he must be in trouble again, Mr. Jones. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here.
I wanted to be sure. That's why I want to talk to him.
But I never know when he's going to show up. I mean, we are divorced, you know, when he was in. Howard only comes by when he's visiting Chris.
Where's he living now, Miss Lee?
I really don't know that. Can't you tell me why you're looking for him?
You know if he's got a job?
I think he does. He has a good job with a drafting firm or something.
He does nice work. He do his own printing, too?
Yes, it always was a hobby of his. You know what pictures like this would cost done professionally? Now when everything was seeming to work out for him, he even has a girl. They like each other a lot. I even bought a present for Howard.
A dress.
Yes, that's a very good guess.
A black dress.
How did you know that?
Thank you very much for talking to me, Miss Lee.
But, Mr. Jones, do you want me to tell him that you're looking for him, or...?
I think he knows.
Don't come in shooting, Barnaby. Just me. Just looking after the store.
How we doing?
Not a peep around here. McManus called in about 9:30. He'd hit 3 of the addresses. Nothing. Going out to Hollenbeck now.
How am I going to square it with you guys? On your own time? You're experts. I get paid for working.
Shut up, meet your pie. Did you have anything to eat at all?
Yeah, sandwich somewhere in the car. Blanks, huh?
Me, I don't expect him to make a move until Sunday. These psychos get hooked on a battle plan. They follow it. Did his ex-wife open up? But Howard is in town.
It's Howard Lee, Joe. He's a draftsman. Camera is his hobby. He asked his wife to buy a black dress for a present. Pass inspection?
You both pass inspection.
I hope we can say the same thing Monday morning. Why did you get some sleep?
You kicking me out?
With thanks.
Okay. Okay, I'll lock up. You take care.
Hello?
Barnaby?
Betty? You all right?
No, I'm not. Barnaby!
Hello?
Hello, Betty?
Well, don't worry. He'll call back. He'll dial frantically. I bet he wishes now the foreman would stay on Sundays.
Barnaby, he wants you to come alone.
Do what Howard says, Barnaby.
Lee, if you harm her in any way,
She's just leverage. It's you I want. Like I said, you and I, face to face.
I'll be out. I'll be there in 40 minutes.
Don't you hurt her. No mistakes, Barnaby. No tricks. Just remember, I can see in all directions out here. No innocent pickup trucks cruising by or horse vans. And if a helicopter just happens to fly over, well, I'm not sure what I might do. It might make me think you were going back on your word.
How can I help it if a car...
You just better. Hang up now, dear.
Barnaby, don't worry about me.
Do you usually have a big breakfast, or is it just toast and coffee or something like that?
What?
Well, I don't want to cause any trouble, but I thought you might be hungry, too.
You want me to fix you breakfast?
I would appreciate it, Betty. Though I don't want you to put yourself out.
What do you want?
Well, scrambled eggs or an omelet. Either one would be fine. Whatever you want, Betty, would be fine with me.
Would you like some orange juice?
Great. Frozen.
We have 6 trees.
Must be nice to have fresh orange juice anytime you want. You know, I've learned a lot about you two lately. I've learned a lot. What gets me is how you can stand it. I know the hours you put in, alone in the same room with him, all the time, every day.
Barnaby?
Yeah. He likes to boss you around a lot. I know him. I know what he can be like. My father was exactly the same way. They even sound the same. I know that kind. Love to give orders. Yes, sir. No, sir. Have to run the world just the way they see fit. Rules and laws. And if you step out of line, whack!
Barnaby isn't like that.
You know, everybody practically forgot about it. Jones didn't have to keep after me. It was all over, a lousy fraud. Everybody forgot about it. Nobody was even paying him by then. He just didn't want to have a case like that still on his books. What the hell difference did it make? I'll tell you. A gold star for him and 6 years out of my life for me. She'd just been born, too. I knew my daughter 6 lousy months before Jones butt in. Once a week. That's how many times they let me see her. A couple of lousy hours a week. But Barnaby Jones, boy. He thinks he's God Almighty. You finally made it!
Where is she? Where's Betty? What have you done to her?
Nothing! She's just fine! She's in the ring! Why don't you see for yourself? Hey, Barnaby!
Are you just gonna stand there?
I'm coming up!
Hold it, Barnaby!
Betty, are you all right?
Hey, Betty, he wants to know if you're all right.
He killed Shane.
I know.
Hey, Barnaby! Why don't you come a little closer? Hey, Barnaby! What's the best thing in your life?
She is.
Good!
Whatever you want, Howard. Just say it.
I've got it, Fred. Dead. Dead. You'll be my friend.
Listen, Howard.
Just keep coming, baby. Come on.
You said this was between you and me. Let me get her out of here.
Barnaby.
You all right?
I will be. You?
Soon.
Sunday.
Yeah. Sunday.
Barnaby.
Barnaby Jones, starring Buddy Ebsen. Also starring Lee Merriweather, with guest stars Geraldine Brooks, Jerry Hauser, Andrew Parks. Tonight's episode, The Murdering Class.
Come on now, come
Barnaby Sr. Stop horsing around. We'll never get finished in here. A lot of tables still need chairs, you know. Oh, put Mrs. Ogden next to the minister. Maybe he can shame her into buying some tickets for the tennis fund. I certainly couldn't, even though I am headmistress. Don't forget those flowers tomorrow morning, first thing here.
Oh, Janet.
Yes.
Your brother.
Thanks, Victor. George.
Looks very nice.
Oh, hope so.
Oh, I found 10 of these medieval histories you wanted. Now, if you need any more, I...
George, those are very heavy, and 10 is fine. But why don't you get one of the boys to help you?
Oh, no. They have their job, and I have mine. I think I've been sober long enough to carry my own weight, and 10 medieval histories.
George, thank you.
I'll put them in the office.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done about all we can for tonight. And some of you have some midterm exams to study for. Thank you.
Paul, what are you doing here?
Boy, you gave me a scare, Mr. Enright.
What are you doing here, Paul? Come on out. Come on.
Well, I'm working student desk this week. I came back because I left a book. I'm cramming for exams, so I gotta go.
You opened the private file, didn't you, Paul? How'd you learn the combination?
I didn't take the money.
All right, please, Paul. I think we better go talk to my sister about
I didn't
this.
take anything,
right
Mr.
now.
Enright.
Paul,
I didn't take anything.
What's the rush? You got it, didn't you?
Charles, listen, George Enright caught me at it. It's awful. We gotta get help.
Haste makes waste, Paul. Now tell me again, without the emotional embellishment.
I didn't mean to.
Tell me, Paul, what's awful?
I think I killed him.
You think? Now, if you're ever going to be a newspaper man, always make sure of the facts. Come on. Back to the scene of the crime. Well, Paul, this makes you the first murderer I've ever known.
I'm gonna call the police. Operator?
Your mouth is dry, dear boy. The adrenaline is short-circuiting your brain and you'll botch everything. The police, bumbling as they are, will ask questions. What were you doing there, Paul Thayer? And your buddy, your pal, Charles Lomax, what brought him to the headmistress's office? Do you want to tell them all that, Paul?
What are we gonna do?
Hang in there, Paul. take the head. I'll take the feet. Come on, Paul, he won't bite you. Bottle. Let that be a lesson to you. That's what happens to alcoholics who can't stay away from their booze. They get into all kinds of terrible accidents. Sometimes fatal.
And there shall be no night there, and they need no candle, neither light of the sun. For the Lord God giveth them light, and they shall reign forever and ever. And he said unto me, these sayings are faithful and true. And the Lord God of the holy prophet sent his angel to show unto his servants the things which must be true. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book. Amen.
I can do, would you let me know? Oh, of course, Ron. Thank you. Thank you. Well.
Are you all right, Janet?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. It was a lovely service. I appreciate it.
I'll call on you later.
Right.
Sure now.
Go on, get out of here. I'm fine. Barnaby Jones?
Yes, Miss Enright. You have my sympathy, Miss Enright. I didn't know if I should come now or...
I'm glad you did. I want my brother's name cleared, whatever it may cost.
Well, since I was driving through town, I stopped and had a talk with Lieutenant Roth.
And did he convince you that George stole that money?
Well, let's say he made a good start.
Mr. Jones, Lieutenant Roth didn't know my brother. I'd like to tell you about him. This was George. He loved books. When we agreed that I'd take control of the school, he insisted on earning his keep, as he put it, by staying on as our librarian.
Am I right? In your statement to the police, you said that your brother gave up drinking about 8 months ago.
Yes, as soon as I'd officially taken over the school. I assumed that he just no longer needed whiskey as an escape from responsibility.
What do you figure set him off drinking that night?
I don't know how George got to the cliff. I don't know how the whiskey got on him. I don't know how the money from the tennis fund got into his pockets. I only know one thing. My brother. He didn't need to steal. Look, This shelf here, all first editions. This set of Longfellow alone, it's worth thousands. If my brother wanted money for liquor or anything else, he could have sold it. Was the man who lived here a thief?
This is called doubles, Lomax. Now in doubles, you let your partner hit the ball when it comes into his side of the court, okay?
Oh, good Lord. Mid-year finals here all next week, and then the SATs, and then the University of California stuff.
What difference does it make? You're gonna flunk them all anyway.
Everything under control, Eddie? Paul?
Yeah, no sweat, ma'am. Here, Mr. Cather, please, you take this booklet and you read it carefully at your leisure, and if you have any questions whatsoever, you don't hesitate to ask anyone in this office, okay?
Well, Paul, we'll need to... Oh, Janet. I didn't think you'd be in today. Why, I can handle anything that comes up.
I really want to, Victor. This is Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones, this is our college counselor, Victor Stern.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do, Mr. Stern?
As you know, I wasn't satisfied with Lieutenant Roth's reports, and so I've asked Mr. Jones to come from Los Angeles to make some further investigations for me. If he needs anything, I know you'll give him all the help you can.
Of course, Mr. Jones. Anything I can do.
Thank you, Mr. Stern.
Paul, I'll need 50 copies of this college requirement.
Yes, sir. 50 copies right away.
Game, set, match. Nice going, guys. Ross, I want to show you why that second serve of yours isn't working, okay? Lomax. Now, maybe you got the rest of the school conned into thinking that you're the greatest since sliced bread. But on a tennis court, you're nothing but a second-rate grandstander.
Lucky idiots, we can beat them any 4 out of 5 sets.
Yeah, if you let your partner play, Lomax.
When I draw a lousy partner, Whitney, I have to try to carry him.
Big deal.
Charles, I gotta talk to you.
Only 1 autograph per customer, please. Did you hear that grandstander crack? Boy, you give a guy like Fannin a little authority and he turns into
Listen, we're in trouble.
The official verdict was accidental death while intoxicated. Official.
Yeah, well, you know that guy who came in late to the cemetery? He's a private detective from L.A. that Enright hired.
How do you know?
Because I keep my big ears open, that's how. He's up in her office right now going over the whole thing. I'm telling you, he's gonna find out.
He won't have time to find out. Not if we handle it right.
You've handled it so far, and we're going down the drain.
No, Paul. Neither of us is going down the drain, nor down the tube, nor up the creek. A little spice has been added to the brew, that's all.
It was an accident. I'm gonna tell.
You are not gonna burn yourself, and you are not gonna burn me. Do you understand?
What are we gonna do?
We have to make sure that our tall, straight, gray-haired private investigator from Lotus Land finds his criminal, don't we? And clears the blot from the Enright escutcheon.
But how?
We have to throw a little light on the in the woodpile. I was thinking that it's inconceivable that Paul Thayer, class vice president, honors student, etc., is the type of young man who goes around robbing people and killing them in fits of temper. But he is. Full of psychological hang-ups, understandably uptight about his position. Yes. I'm afraid Mr. Fannin killed old George. Strong, powerful man with a hot temper. He's liable to do anything. Even murder.
Hello. Mr. Jones. I'm Paul Thayer. This is Charles Lomax.
Oh, how do you do?
How do you do, sir?
Thayer? Lomax. Yeah, I've been reading about you. You are president of the senior class, editor of the paper, a lot of school activities.
I'm from the East, Mr. Jones. I learned to stuff ballot boxes at my father's knee. Is there anything we can do to help, sir?
Well, yeah, there might be, especially since you're on the paper. Any idea how this flash bulb got in the closet?
I can't imagine, sir.
Why, Paul, this is the size you use. You must have dropped it.
Me? How could I have dropped
Our layout on George Enright, remember? You took 3 or 4 shots up here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. I guess it's mine. I'm always losing them, you know?
Oh.
Do you have any offices besides Los Angeles, Mr. Jones, working with other private investigators?
You know, that's as good a loaded question as I ever heard. 3 pieces of information at one crack. Where did you hear that I was... Well, of course, all good newspaper men know what's going on around them, don't they?
You are investigating Mr. Enright's murder, aren't you?
The inquest didn't seem to find any reason for assuming murder. Did you discuss your theory with anyone else at the time of the inquest?
No. Then I wasn't sure of my ground. But I'm very sure of it now. And there's a lot more than meets the eye in this whole tragic mess, Mr. Jones.
A witness talked to Charles.
And when I was going back to the dorm from the auditorium, 10:30 or so, I saw somebody go in the administration building. That's where Miss Enright's office is. You know.
Recognize him, Willie?
Not exactly. It was too far away. A man, definitely. Just a guy. Medium build.
Well, that's not very much to go on.
I thought it one of those borderline facts, too, but possibly enough to have the verdict questioned.
Yeah, well, as I say, that's not very much, but you never know. Well, thank you, gentlemen. Good luck on those exams.
Did I do all right?
Not bad at all. Bit of the hook, bit of the line, next the sinker.
But I don't get it. Why didn't you want me to give him the name?
It's been almost a week, you idiot. You can't wait all this time and then up and say, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention it, but I happened to see Ron Fannin, the tennis whiz, up there with old George the night he was totaled. Police are like turkeys in November. Start feeding them a bunch of garbage, they get suspicious. Now, Paul, got your checkbook handy?
My checkbook?
Write out a check for $100. Payable to the tennis committee fund. Let's see, today's the 17th. Old George died the 14th, dated 2 days before that, the 12th.
What's the idea?
Just do it, Paul.
What'd you have me write it for if you're just gonna burn it?
You've got to feed them their clues bit by bit. That way they'll swallow it all. I have some good news and some bad news. First, the good news. You've dug far enough. Now the bad news. Open it. It's getting late. Open the coffin. How about that, Paul? He's smiling at you.
Who's gonna do it?
Why, you. You're responsible for the poor man's demise. It's the least you can do. Gently. I think we're ready for the final touches. Mr. Fannin himself.
What's all that, Miss Enright?
They arrested Ron Fannin for murdering George.
What?
Lieutenant Roth said that George must have surprised him while I was trying to break into the cabinet. He killed George. Then he tried to make it look like an accident.
That's a mighty far cry from their first verdict.
That first verdict was death while intoxicated. George couldn't have been drunk.
Let's see the boys first. Fannon's with his lawyer right now. He goes before Judge Perry for arraignment at 4 o'clock.
Things are moving pretty fast, aren't they, Hank?
Hello, Mr. Jones. They bringing you in on this officially?
I understand you three have had a busy day.
Look, you understand why we couldn't bring everything to you first.
Perfectly, but Lieutenant Roth and I aren't in competition for a prize. We're both in the same business.
Yeah, same business, different pay.
Lieutenant's been telling me that you boys been poking around down below the cliff and you came up with some new evidence.
Charles found it near where they found the body.
A Wimbledon button.
I've heard of Wimbledon tennis, but what's a Wimbledon button?
This, Barnaby. It's like an Olympic button. And this is his official Wimbledon blazer we found in his closet.
Oh. Well, you were lucky to find it.
Oh, yes, sir. We thought the police might have overlooked something when they searched the area originally. And we all know how understaffed this office is, so...
So, with the button, plus what Grant here told us, I got a search warrant and it paid off. Made out by Paul Thayer to the Tennis Committee Fund. We found it in a pile of ashes in Vanna's fireplace.
I thought all the loot was on Enright.
Well, when Fannin suddenly found himself mixed up in a murder, he planted everything on Enright to make it look like an accident. He overlooked that and burned it when he got home.
Well, pretty dumb not to have made sure it burned completely.
Well, maybe, but I'm not about to look a gift horse in the mouth, Barnaby. Especially if he's dumb enough to leave the murder weapon around.
A weapon? Well, Hank. Looks like you got this whole thing wrapped up.
Fannin's cellar. These hairs were stuck in a switch. They were caught there after he caved in Enright's skull, after Enright caught him stealing.
The medical examiner confirmed, of course.
They checked against those from the autopsy. The victim's hair, definitely.
Well, looks like I've only got one question to ask you all. When is the hanging?
Well, I don't need a private eye. I need a lawyer.
I'm not looking for a fee, Mr. Fannin. I have permission to talk to you if you want to talk to me. How about it?
You can't help me a bit. Somebody's got me in a box and they want to keep me here. No, I don't want to talk to you, Jones. Now, damn it, would you leave me alone?
I know you're mad, Mr. Fannin. I don't blame you. I just don't believe you're as stupid as Lieutenant Roth must think you are. The case they got against you is pretty convincing. If people want to believe you pulled a dozen dumb moves in the space of an hour.
Okay, let him in. Now, what's in all this for you?
Well, I got myself right in the middle of something I sure didn't expect. All of a sudden, funny questions started getting funny answers. I don't know quite how to explain this to you, but there's something sticking way inside of me here. I don't know if that's my craw or my gullet or what, but anyway, there's something sticking in there and I want to get it unstuck, that's all.
Yeah, well, I got a belly full of my own, too.
Well, let's start spitting them out. Do you know what Roth is counting on, all of it?
Well, there's the flashlight, there's Mr. Enright's hair, there's the blazer button, the tennis fund check, the fact that I knew that there was a couple of $1,000s in the safe.
That's a pretty neat package.
Yeah, but to begin with, I don't even know the combination.
The beauty of circumstantial evidence is that nobody has to prove how you got into the filing cabinet, only that it's obvious you did.
That's about as logical as Willie Grand saying he saw someone who looked like Mr. Fannin about the time that Mr. Enright was killed.
What do you say to that?
Well, now, death was supposed to have been about 10:30, right?
Give or take a few minutes.
Did you ask Janet Enright where she was about then?
What?
She's my alibi, Mr. Jones. She was with me. Ask your client.
I've been telling George that he can rest easy now. He's been exonerated.
An arrest isn't exactly a conviction, you know. Mr. Fannin tells me that when you left the auditorium that night, you and he talked about the tournament until he left you at your door.
That's true.
And you left a little after 10 o'clock.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, it's about 15 minutes from the auditorium to Wyndham House. I walked it today. And another 15 minutes back to the administration building. Let's say a few minutes for talk. That's about 45 minutes, right?
Mr. Jones, the authorities have gone into all of this. They have proof of what Mr. Fannin did.
It's not proof if Mr. Fannin couldn't be there. Now, I'm practically convinced that he couldn't have taken you to your door, gotten back to your offices, gotten up and struggled with your brother, and had death occur at the time the coroner said it did.
I'm sorry, but it's really out of my hands. And I must go.
Miss Enright, very little honor will accrue to your brother's name if it's done at the expense of an innocent man.
Of course not. But how can anyone be sure of how long we were talking, or of how fast we walked? You brought up time and the clock. No one has suggested that Mr. Fannin, who is an athlete, might well have run back across campus.
If you run to a place you intend to rob, witnesses are inclined to remember it.
Mr. Jones, you and I, we both believe in logic.
Yes, Miss Enright, that we do.
All right. What motive could there have been for this crime, except money? Ron Fannin was in my office trying to steal $2,000. Now, it was money that he knew was there because he had given it to me. There is no other motive. And now you must excuse me. I have a million things to do.
Good afternoon.
Well, good afternoon.
You certainly keep things pretty around here.
Well, thank you very much.
How often you water this time of year?
Oh, I usually turn the sprinklers on about evening this time of the year for about an hour and a half.
You'd think that earth would have settled more, wouldn't you?
I know that some of you are not going to be happy with these exam schedules, but I've done the fairest I can. Some of you will have 2 finals in 1 day. It can't be helped. Excuse me.
Yes, boy.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Stern. That was quite a job of detective work you young fellows did.
Oh, well, Charles deserves all the credit, sir.
No, it was a real collaboration. Like a copy of the Gazette, Mr. Jones?
Thank you.
Is Miss Enright expecting you, Mr. Jones?
Well, I'd like to talk to her if she isn't too busy.
Janet, Mr. Jones is in the outer office.
How's the case coming?
Oh, Judge Perry has set Monday for the preliminary hearing. No bail.
Mr. Jones.
Miss Enright, I've been thinking what you said about a motive. Now, what if there was something else inside that filing cabinet that somebody wanted more than money?
Here is a check for your services. I think you will find it more than satisfactory.
Well, I'll be glad to take it when I feel that I've followed through. But right now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have one more look at what's inside that cabinet and a chance to ask a few more questions.
I'm afraid I'll have to say no. Our school has had more than its share of scandal. I see no point in raking around a problem that the police have already solved. At least to my satisfaction. To put it bluntly, your services are no longer required.
I feel just like a conspirator, and I can't say I like it. Let's go in here.
Yep, we're the same. All three of them. Charles Lomax, Paul Thayer, William Grant. All came to Enright with poor or failing grades. Then sometime in the second semester, the grades shot up to A, even straight A's.
Spectacular. Not all that unusual, especially when boys decide to knuckle down to work. And when some students come to a demanding prep school, Mr. Jones, they learn to test better.
Or when they happen to know the answers to the exams beforehand. I thought it would shock you when I said that.
I don't know what you're getting at.
All these final exams, questions and answers, were they always kept in that one filing cabinet with the combination lock?
Yes, as long as I've been. Then it wasn't the money the thief was after. It was the answer to the exam questions.
Mm-hmm.
And you think somebody beside Mr. Fannin was the one?
That would explain a lot.
Cheating during an exam is one thing. It's bad enough, but I can't believe this, Mr. Jones.
How much longer are these exams going to last today?
What? Oh, 25 minutes. This is the last one.
And when will they know the result?
They're tabbed by computer. They'll be posted on the bulletin boards by 4:30. Shh. Mr. Jones, come here. I must get back, and you shouldn't be here either.
One more favor. It's important. I want you to fail Charles Lomax and Willie Grant, but not Paul Thayer.
Why, I have no right to tamper with any grades. Their entire futures depend on these tests.
Maybe Ron Fannin's does too.
What good would it do?
Suppose one made the usual 95, 98 on the test, but the other two didn't. Then it would be obvious that the guy that made the high grades had pulled a fast one on his buddies. And if that happens, we might see some fireworks.
Well, Charles is the ringleader, Mr. Jones. Shouldn't he be the one to get the best marks?
No. He's the ringleader, as you say, because he's smart enough not to do the dirty work. He gets stooges to do that. And Paul Thayer is exactly the type that Charles would pick.
Hey, I passed! Way to go! How are you supposed to remember all those dumb dates?
I thought you'd be gone by now, Mr. Jones.
If I'm trespassing, I apologize. But as I told you, I wanted to get to the bottom of this. Get at the truth is what I said. And I would certainly think you would, too.
Yes, you told me what you assume. I'd like to know how you expect to prove it.
Out of the mouths of babes, I hope.
Victor, I'd like to see you for a minute.
How did you do, fellas?
We aced it. 2 98s and a 99. Very fair test, Mr. Stern.
I'm sorry, Mr. Jones. I just couldn't do it. I couldn't cheat like that. I just couldn't take the chance.
promise is a promise, Willie.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, you know, with finals like these, we can get in any college we want. We can make it Stanford?
I was promised a smashing Italian convertible, and I certainly can't ride around with the top down all year at Harvard.
How are you riding around on that road down by the cliff where George Enright's body was found?
Miss Enright told all of us on student desk duty you didn't have permission to be on school property, Mr. Jones.
Want to call a cop?
Actually, we all have something to do, and...
You have nowhere to go, Paul.
Thanks, Lomax. I like your style. You see a problem, you want to meet it head on.
You know, I love the old philosopher, aw shucks bit you use on people, Jones. But why don't we get down to the nitty-gritty?
Suits me fine, except that this doesn't exactly concern you that personally, Lomax. I wanted to talk to Thayer here, but you can go if you want.
No! I mean,
well, why not? You're all for one for all anyway, aren't you? This is just yours, Paul, and I don't see how anyone else could even know about it. It's a photostatic copy of your check that was found in Fannon's fireplace, with numbered 1007, written on the 12th. That's 2 days before Mr. Enright died. I can't figure how come 3 days later, on the 15th, you wrote 2 checks, one numbered 1006 and one 1005. Earlier numbers. Something fishy about the date.
Well, it could happen. I mean, if I wrote it out of order, it could happen.
But you didn't write them out of order, did you, Paul? You dated it 3 days before you wrote it, didn't you?
Yes.
His bank wouldn't give out that kind of information. What did you do, Jones? Bribe some stupid clerk?
No, I just took a shot in the dark. And Paul gave me the answer. Something else kind of funny. This Gazette you gave me the other day.
What about it?
Well, Paul, this picture you took of the people at the funeral, take a look at it. Seem a little unusual to you? Particularly Fannin.
No.
Well, it's kind of small, so I made an enlargement. See, all the buttons are on the Wimbledon jacket. How do you figure?
Let me see that.
No, Paul, you tell me. How could all the buttons be on the jacket when one of them was lost 3 days ago at the cliff?
Fannin simply sewed on a new button. After the murder.
And tore it off days later when the police searched his apartment. Does that seem right, Paul?
He sewed it on badly, I suppose.
Look, I really got to call my family. I promise.
I will wait, Willie. Now, about George Enright's coffin. The people at the cemetery are absolutely mystified. They can't figure how bits of earth got inside the coffin. You see, it was sealed at the funeral home. Yesterday, I got a court order to dig it up, and we found dirt. Dirt from the cemetery inside the coffin. So somebody must have opened it, right? Opened it after the burial.
How could anybody do that?
Have you got any ideas, Paul?
I don't know.
Come on, tell us what really happened, Paul.
Please, Mr. Jones, it was an accident that night.
Keep your mouth shut, you stupid idiot.
Please, you got to believe me. I didn't mean to kill him. It was an accident. I told you we should call the police. I told you should have let me.
I'll do that for you now, Paul.
Can't you take the pressure? Can't you keep any cool at all? Everything was working perfect. Everything has worked perfect for years, damn it. And in 5 minutes, you blow everything I've set up for you.
Get me the sheriff's office, please. Lieutenant Roth, if he's on duty.
Yeah, me. Damn it, me. They'd be nowhere without me. You know who figured out how to get those examinations? I did. 3 years ago. I broke that combination. You know how? I used my brain. I figured it out. You know, I knew that it'd have to be something simple. Something right in front of everyone's nose. Janet Enright's birthday. June 18th, 1932. 6/18/1932. She's not 38 like she tells everyone. She's 40 years old. Born in 1932. 6/18/1932. And you ruined everything.
Thank heaven he's all right now. I was so anxious to clear my brother that I let myself be blind to everything and everyone. And those boys. Where did I go wrong?
Where do we all go wrong? Find problems like this in the slums of the ghetto, you're not surprised, but...
It happens in the best of families. Even here, where they have all the advantages. Well, there's a lot to do. Thank you, Mr. Jones.
Bye, Miss Enright.